So let me guess, you made the decision to prepare for the CAPM, Certified Associate in Project Management. Now, I've been getting requests of, hey, what is the CAPM content outline and what should I be studying? And I thought, it's time. So, family, what I decided to do, depending on how everything goes and the feedback that I get from you, we are going to cover this is part one. I think I'm going to do probably multiple parts because I want to see where people really need the most information at. So, with no further ado, let's just jump into the content again. If you are striving to get your CAPM, just know this is one of those amazing steps for your career, especially if this is something you're looking to be committed to and not just interested. Now, if you're looking to be interested, then this may not be for you. But for those that want to take a chance and bet on themselves, for those that are really truly interested in falling in this thing, what I love, what I hope you fall in love with called project management, let's jump into it. All right, here we go. So first of all, we're gonna go very high, and then we're just gonna dig right into the content outline, so that way we can make sure everyone is aligned. So first of all, CAPM eligibility requirements. We've talked about this many times, family, but this is a perfect place here. So educational background and experience. So again, you just need a high school diploma or a GED or a secondary degree or something that is globally equivalent. The great thing about this is if you're thinking about getting into project management, there's no project management experience required. Again, I'll repeat that. No project management experience required. What does that mean? That means that normally if you're going to go after the PMP, even the ACP, there are requirements of actual experience that's required. You can get started on this today, right away, as long as you meet these requirements. Again, high school diploma or secondary degree or GED. And then the major one is 23 hours of project management educated completed before the exam. All right, now the price tag on the CAPM certification. As of this recording of 2024, the CAPM price, if you are a PMI member, is $225. If you are a non-member, it is $300. Now, you know I'm going to give you some food for thought. If you decide to go with the PMI membership, and again, this is only for people, I feel like I'm selling their membership, but it really is effective and efficient. I would never tell you guys something to do that I'm not doing myself. And I stand by that. If anyone wants to call me out on that, no problem. I'll show you my membership number. But again, paying $159 a year is worth it if this is something you're looking to be committed to. And what does commitment look like? After you get your CAPM and then you get the number of work experience that's required. And then the next step would be the PMP. So the PMP, again, as currently as 2024, I got to say that a lot because of the fact that the prices have went up. So if you are a member is $425. If you are a non-member is $675. This is for the PMP. Now, reason why you see the $91, if you really do the math, it's just better just to go ahead and get the 425. I mean, excuse me, to pay the 159, and then you would pay the member price, which is 425. And then plus you'll have the membership for a year and you're saving $91. That is definitely the better way to go. All right, let's go into the examination information. So the CAPM examination and the PMBOK. The exam has 150 questions. It's broken out into 135 of those questions are actually scored, and then there's 15 pre-tests. I know what people are thinking. Well, how am I going to know the pre-test questions versus the score? You won't. That's just how PMI rolls. Keep that in mind. You know, again, if you run into some of these pre-test questions, don't get frustrated. Trust the journey you've been on. And I'm going to give you a lot of great information here today, especially if you're someone that is in preparation mode, or if you're just thinking about going after the CAPM. And the allotted time for examination is 3 hours. The CAPM exam is based off of PMBOK 7. PMBOK 7 has 8 domains and 12 key principles of project management, which is something I may cover in a later episode, depending on how this episode is received. So these domains of principles provide a comprehensive framework to navigate complexity in modern project management as outlined in PMBOK guide. And again, if for those for PMBOK, that acronym stands for Project Management Body of Knowledge. All right, let's jump into the good stuff, what I know you guys been patiently waiting for, but I had to cover that. Now that we got that out the way, now let's really get to work. We're going to unpack this, and there's 4 domains in a sense of project management fundamentals and core concept. Then you have predictive plan-based methodologies. You have agile framework and methodologies. That one right there, I'm actually probably going to spin up, if again, depending on how everything is received, I may just come back and just do that second instead of it going third on that one. And then business analysts and framework. And the reason why I said I may come back to that, because I'm starting to see, even in real world project management, as they say, but I'm starting to see a lot more organizations go to the agile mindset. And I think, and it's 20% of your exam, which is going to be key. So let's cover it. So again, project management fundamentals and core concept, there are 5 tasks, and that's worth 36%. That is the bulk right here. So today, what we're spending on is the bulk. And then this is the content, the CAPM exam content outline. The next one, predictive plan-based methodologies, is 3 tasks here, and it's 17%. Agile framework and methodologies is 5 tasks, and it's worth 20%. And then the last and final one is business analyst framework, which is 6 and 27%. So in total, you have 19 tasks in total for all of these domains that were listed. Domain 1. So we're going to unpack domain 1 today. And again, tell me what you guys need more of, or what did you like, what did you dislike, and we'll take it from there. Here we go. Project management fundamentals and core concept. Here's the breakdown. First, I'll give you the overview, then we'll really unpack this. Project definition. A project is a temporary endeavor with a defined beginning and end, undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. Again, to create a unique product, service, or result. It differs from operation, which are ongoing and repetitive. Family, watch for this, because you will get tripped up on the exam if you don't, I'm going to tell you the key words again: unique product, service, or result. And here's the major one right here. It's a temporary endeavor. And then it ends with this, with a beginning and an end. A lot of people are leading projects that are not projects. I'm sorry to say it, because it doesn't fit this mold of definition. All right, let's look at the project life cycle. Oh yeah, we're coaching today. So this is, I know you might be thinking, he's giving all this value away for free. You know, I'm over delivering. I have to do it, because there's some people out there that still trying to make a decision. Today, I'm ending you having to make a choice. I'm going to make sure you make a decision that you're going to go after this CAPM. Okay, but I digress. The project lifecycle typically includes phases of initiating, planning, execution, monitoring, controlling, and last but not least is closing. Each phase has a specific, and I do mean specific, deliverable and milestones that move the project towards completion. Key project management processes, they are divided into process groups. Again, process groups, family. Man, I wish I can remember the page number. Is it 43 or 20? I'm not even going to say it, but you'll find this. I think you might have to go back and look at the PMBOK 6 for this chart. But I'm definitely going to do something over this, because this right here, when you understand the process groups and knowledge areas, and then the processes, you're going to be very dangerous on the exam, because when you know where you're at in the process, as far as if I'm just starting off of creating a project, then I know I'm in initiating, because I just found out that the charter was authorized. But we'll go over that in a later date. All right. Key project management processes that are divided into 5 process groups. Again, initiating, which defines the project and obtain authorization. Planning, this established scope, objectives, as well as course of action. Executing, complete the work as planned. And then monitoring, controlling is basically you're just tracking progress and you're making adjustments as you go. And then closing basically means you formally complete the project. You always hear me talk about this thing called the triple constraints. It's also known as the iron triangle. This is basically projects are constrained by 4 areas: scope, time, and cost, as well as quality. So let's let's tackle the knowledge areas and process. So there's 10 knowledge areas and then there's 49 processes. So the 10 knowledge areas are integration, scope, time, cost, quality, resources, communication, risk, procurement, and stakeholder management. And as I mentioned, there are 49 processes within that whole chart that again, I'm going to do something on that for you guys. Stakeholder management, identifying and managing the expectations of stakeholders is crucial for project success. This includes active communication and engagement throughout the project. Risk management, project always face uncertainty. Effective risk management involves identifying risks, assessing their potential impact, and developing a mitigation strategy to handle them. And the last and final one is change management. Projects often require adjustments. Manage change efficiently without compromising the project objective is a key for skill for project managers. All right, this is how we're going to look at this. So I broke this down based off the CAPM content outline. You should be able to go to the CAPM content outline, and I'm gonna leave a link for you guys, and you should be able to see the exact thing. What I've done for you, just because again, I want to over deliver, is I really broke it down from a high level. You're still gonna have to go do your homework, but you have more than what most people get when they start off as far as going after their CAPM. So I hope this helps. Let's get into it. Demonstrate an understanding of various project life cycle and processes. All right, here we go. Distinguish between a project, program, and a portfolio. As we know, a project is a temporary effort, create a unique product, service, or result. A program is a group of related projects managed together for coordinated benefits, and portfolio is a collection of projects and programs aligned with strategic goals. I always see a lot of new project managers that get the program and portfolio confused sometimes because they're similar in a way, but they're really distinct. They're definitely distinctively different. What I mean by that is they're each a collection of projects in a sense. However, what makes a program different is a program is aligned with a strategic goal, where a program is really more of a coordinated benefit. Like you have one project and you're basically managing multiple projects. Okay, here's the next item. Distinguish between a project and operations, as we know what the definition is. Temporary with a defined start and end aimed at achieving a specific outcomes. Operation, this is key, family. If you ever see this on an exam where it talks about ongoing or repetitive, then you know this is not a project, this is an operation. So let's read the definition. Ongoing or repetitive activities focused on maintaining business operations. Let's distinguish predictive and adaptive. Now, you'll hear the word waterfall known and predictive. So in the world that I work in, we use the word waterfall. If I said predictive, they'll be like, what are you talking about? But they're the same thing. Waterfall or predictive, basically same thing, follows a fixed plan with scope, cost, and schedule defined up front. Now, adaptive is more agile, more of an agile mindset where it's flexible, iterative approach, and that allows for changes as projects evolves, particularly in a dynamic environment, which is key. So iterative, I'm saying that kind of funny, but that's how I always say it. But anyway, I digress. The whole point of it is that it is an approach that allows for the project to have consistent and constant changes. Distinguish between issue, risk, assumptions, and constraints. This is key. I see I didn't have the assumptions in there, but I do have the issue, risk, and constraints. So I'll have to come back for you on that one. But assumption is just what you assume that's going to happen. So assumption is a factor considered true without proof, including planning. Issue, and let's talk about an issue because sometimes some people call a issue a risk when issue does not become an issue until it flips from a risk to a issue. All right, let me unpack that. So if you have a risk, it can't automatically be an issue unless you already define it as issue. Normally the process is you identify a risk and then it flips to an issue. But there are situations that it can be an issue. So let's talk about it. Issues or problem. that occurred and requires immediate attention. Risk, a potential event they may positively or negatively impact the project. Keep those two keys in mind because there are positive risks as well as their negative risk. And I already told you what assumption is a factor considered true without proof influencing planning and a constraint. We talked about the constraints, but such as time, cost, or resources. All right, let's move on to we are still under task one, breaking this down a little bit more, demonstrating and understanding various project lifestyle and processes. So here we go. Review/critique project scope. So when you go to your CAPM content outline, you should see that heading, review, critique. Project scope defines what is included in the project and what is excluded, and ensures clarity, completeness, and alignment with stakeholders' expectation without, or I should say, while avoiding scope creep. Apply project manager code of ethics to scenarios. Uphold integrity, responsibility, fairness, and respect in all project interactions. The PMI code ethics and professional conduct requires project managers to act ethically, especially when making decisions impacting stakeholders. Family, that is key. If you're going to be on the test and they may ask you some questions around the PMI code of ethics, and this is a layup because it's all about doing what's right, and especially when making decisions that are going to impact your stakeholders. Okay. Explain how a project can be a vehicle for change. Project drives change by creating new products, services, or watch this, processes that can lead to improved outcomes, innovation, or transformation within the organization. Let's go on to task two. Demonstrate an understanding of project management planning overview. Okay, what does that mean? All right. So demonstrate an understanding of project management planning outlines how to manage scope, schedule, cost, quality, communication, risk, and resources to ensure the project is completed successfully. It serves as the roadmap for executing and monitoring the project. Describe the purpose of the importance of cost, quality, risk, schedule. I get so excited when I'm talking about this stuff because I really want to, I don't want to move too fast, but anyway, I digress. All right, cost. Ensures the project stays within budget. Self-explanatory. Quality guarantees that deliverables are meet agreed upon standards. Risk. Identify potential issues and creates mitigation strategies. Schedule. Defines the timeline for project completion, keeping activities on track. Distinguish between the different deliverables and project management plan versus a product management plan. Again, project management plan versus a product management plan. Though this is a tricky one too, because they almost seem alike, but there's a difference. So let's look at this real quick. So I meant to put product delivery. Okay, we're good. Project management plan. Focus on processes for managing the project, scope, time, cost, management, etc. Product management, still got that word focus, but it focused on the creation of project deliverables, detailing the product's requirements and specifications. Distinguish differences between a milestone and a task duration. Oh, I love this because you'll have people that they want to sound all project management savvy. They'll say, well, yeah, so I got my task. They'll confuse a task and a milestone, but this is what is going to make you really have success here. A milestone is a significant checkpoint or event in a project with zero duration. So morally like a project phase completion. A task duration though, this is a difference. The time required to complete a specific activity or a work package. A work package you will see if you're building down your WBS. What is a WBS? A work breakdown structure. That was just extra bonus. But anyway, I digress. Let's get on to the next point. Determine the number and type of resources in a project. Evaluate project needs based on scope, duration, complexity to determine how many and what type of resources, whether that human, material, or equipment, are required for task completion. All right, let's move on down to use a risk register in a given situation. A risk register is used to document, you already know what I'm going to say, documentation beats what? Documentation beats conversation. Even PMI agrees with me. Use a document to identify risk, assess their potential impact, track mitigation strategy, Use it to monitor, update risk responses throughout the project lifecycle. Use a stakeholder register and a given situation. A stakeholder register tracks by key stakeholders their level of influence, interest, and engagement strategy. Use it to ensure effective communication and manage expectation. Explain project closure and transitions. Project closure involves formally completing all project activities, obtaining stakeholder acceptance, closing contracts, and transitioning deliverables to operation or maintenance team for ongoing use. Task number 3, the overview. Demonstrate an understanding of project roles and responsibility. This is key because a lot of times I've noticed where people would think, first of all, sometimes people don't even know what project managers do. Let's talk about these definitions at a very high level, and then we'll dig into the actual breakdown of this. So, project roles and responsibilities. Project manager. The project manager leads the project, managing day-to-day activity, coordinating the team, tracking progress, managing resources, and ensuring project goals are met within scope, time, of course, and budget. You might as well throw in quality. Project sponsor. The project sponsor provides overall strategic keyword family. Anytime I say a keyword, this is something I really want you to lock in. Overall strategic direction and support. It secures necessary resources and improve the project objective and helps resolve high-level issues. See, this is why when you go and make a decision to get your CAPM and then you're working in an organization and you'll have someone come to you who's like, well, you should be solving all those high-level issues. And you're like, yeah, well, I can make a recommended solution and I can tell you what we've done, but the sponsor is supposed to be helping you push along. So that's why it always frustrates me when I hear from project managers that are working in these environments where they don't have that support because you're unable to lead a project effectively if you don't have a team, an exceptional project sponsor that has your back, that's going to bat for you when you have to escalate an issue. But that was just one of those things that I'm very passionate about. Okay, project team. The project team is responsible for executing tasks and delivering the project outcome. They follow the project plan under the project manager's guidance to achieve project goals. Now, family, what I want you to understand here, don't confuse project team and stakeholders. So let's look what stakeholders is about. Stakeholders include anyone impacted by the project, such as clients, end users, team members. Their needs and expectation must be managed to ensure project success. Let's go back and look at project team. Why am I doing this? Because PMI may reference the term stakeholders, but really may be referencing the project team. And when I mean referencing, they may give you something where they may talk about, let me see, how would they put it? More or less of saying, of your team needs to get together and they need to understand. And you may think, when you think of team, you may think of stakeholders, but it is your project team. Your project team are the ones, if you can just keep this in mind, they're responsible for executing tasks and delivering on the project outcomes, where your stakeholders are the ones that are going to be impacted, as well as their needs and expectation must be managed to ensure project success. Distinction between leadership and management, my two favorite subjects. Leadership involves inspiring, motivating a team to achieve the project vision. Management focuses on organizing, planning, and overseeing the execution of tasks. You're going to play both roles when you're leading projects. Emotional intelligence, or what we say EQ, and project management. EQ involves an understanding and managing emotions, both your own and others. That is key. It plays a crucial role in building trust, fostering collaboration, ensuring conflicts, and creating a positive, and I do mean a positive, work environment. All right, here's the breakdown. Let's unpack this a little bit more. Again, you should be able to reference this in your CAPM outline. I just added more to basically what they had high level. I just broke it down into more bite-sized pieces for you so you can use this. Listen to this multiple times, fam. I really think this is going to help you. All right, compare and contrast roles and responsibility for project managers and project sponsors. Project manager, they manage the day-to-day activities, ensure project objectives are met, and leads the team. The project sponsor, provides a high-level guidance, securing funding, acts as a champion for the project, offering support and resolving escalated issues. So everything I've been telling you, family, I'm reading this to you so you'll know PMI set the success up for us to be able to lean on our sponsor. Okay. Compare and contrast roles and responsibility of the project team and the project sponsor. Project team, again, execute tasks and deliverables or delivers project outcomes based on a project plan. Project sponsor oversees the project alignment and business objectives, provides resources, and intervenes when necessary. Explain the importance of the role a project manager plays. The project manager is essential as they. So initiator defines the project scope and objective. Negotiator resolve conflicts and ensure stakeholder alignment. Listener gathers feedback and address team concern. Coach mentors team members for optimal performance. Working member actively participates in key project decisions. Facilitator ensures smooth communication and workflow. Explain the difference between leadership and management. Again, leadership inspires, motivates the team, focusing on vision and direction. Management, again, focus on planning, organizing, and executing the project efficiently. Explain emotional intelligence, EQ, what we call it, is impact on project management, emotional intelligence. Is the ability to understand and manage one's emotion and those of others. In project management, it helps build strong relationships, resolving conflicts, improving communication, and fostering a collaborative team environment. Task number 4, we're almost home. Determine how to follow and execute plan strategies or frameworks, i.e. or e.g. communication, risk. Here's the overview. Plan strategies or frameworks provide a structured approach to managing specific aspects of the project, like communication or risk. Following these involves adhering to predefined guidelines, ensuring consistency, using established tools to monitor progress and outcomes. Let's get into the breakdown. Give examples of how it is appropriate to respond to a plan, strategy, or framework, communication, or risk. So we have the communication plan here. If a stakeholder misses key updates, escalate by utilizing agreed upon communication channels, i.e., follow-up emails or meetings. Risk management plan. If a new risk emerges, follow the risk response strategy by evaluating its impact, updating the risk register, and executing mitigation, or a contingency plan. Explain project initiating and benefit planning. Project initiation. This phase involves defining the project, identifying stakeholders, and obtaining formal authorization to start. Key documents include the project charter and stakeholder register. Let me park here real quick, family. When the charter is formally signed off or formally authorized, that is when officially you can say the project has started. Benefit planning. Establish the measurable value the project will deliver, ensuring alignment with business objectives, and providing a basis for measuring project success post-implementation. Task number 5. Demonstrate an understanding of common problem-solving tools and technique. Problem-solving tools. These are structured methods used to identify, analyze, and solve project-related issues, ensuring smooth progress and better decision-making. Examples will be root cause analysis, fishbone diagram, or Pareto's charts. Go look those up, family. I think those will really be good just to understand. And if you don't understand them, you need more context around that, let me know. Meeting effectiveness. Meetings have clear objectives, follow a structured agenda, engage participants. They should lead to actionable outcomes such as decisions made, tasks assigned, and issues resolved. Focus groups bring together a select group of stakeholders or users to provide in-depth feedback and insight on specific project components, which help shape project decisions or improvement. Stand-up meetings. This is a commonly used in like Scrum, and how that works is basically their stand-up meetings. They're short, they're time boxed, and the whole goal is to just really check in, provide updates on progress, identify any roadblocks to ensure the team stays aligned on the goal. And then brainstorming. This is a collaborative technique used to generate a wide range of ideas or solutions to problems. It encourages open thinking and creativity, often used during project planning or problem solving. All right, here's a breakdown. Demonstrate an understanding of common problem solving tools and techniques. Evaluate the effectiveness of a meeting. An effective meeting has a clear agenda, stays on topic, engages participants, and achieves the intended outcomes. The effectiveness can be evaluated based on whether decisions were made, action items were assigned, and time managed well. Explain the purpose of a focus group, stand-up meeting, as well as brainstorming. Focus group. Gather feedback, insights from specific group of stakeholders to explore ideas or assess reactions. Two, project elements, stand-up meetings, short daily meetings used in agile environments to provide quick updates, identify blockers, and align the team on progress. And again, stand-up meetings, they are short. They're normally about 15 minutes. It is a time boxed event, time box meeting, 15 minutes. This is every day that you're just checking in just to identify blockers or quick updates. Brainstorming, a technique used to generate a wide range of ideas, solutions for problems, or project decisions in a collaborative environment. Well, family, that was domain one. We went through task 1 through 5. Mastering these essential in project management through CAPM certification definitely equips an individual with the foundation knowledge and skills needed to excel in this field. When you start understanding these key project management concepts like life cycles, process, problem solving tools, it really helps you put together a comprehensive framework for leading and managing projects more effectively. By learning to follow plan strategies, employing frameworks such as communication plan, risk management, and stakeholder engagement, project managers are empowered to deliver successful outcomes. And then finally, which is one of the most important aspects, and this is more around soft skills, but leveraging it or applying PMI code ethics, recognizing the difference between leadership, management, leveraging EQ or emotional intelligence. This really enables project managers to navigate challenges and lead their team with confidence. So with the CAPM, this is truly a stepping stone for aspiring project managers to build a foundation, and they have opportunity to pave the way for long-term success and growth in their career. Well, family, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did enjoy today's episode, my goal is to knock out the remaining of the CAPM, but it counts on you. So I'm gonna be looking for your feedback. I'll know if it's something you guys enjoy or you don't. I should just scrap that whole project. But if it is something you guys enjoy, I would love to go ahead and close this out because there's two pieces here. We covered the bulk of it again. I think it was like 36%. Let me go look again just so I won't tell you guys anything. Because this is going to be key when you're studying, you are want to know. So project management fundamentals and core concept, that's 36% just as a reminder. Methodology, 17%. Agile frameworks and methodologies, 20%. And business analysis framework at 27%. So again, family, I hope this helps someone. I hope it helps just not someone. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I hope it helps a lot of people because I don't rarely see someone break down the content outline in a way that I just broke it down to make it more digestible. And I got to give a shout out to my mentor, which is Phil, who I really watched break down content outlines. And that's what's helped me today to really break down this content outline for you. I hope it's something you really enjoy. You know my name. If you don't, I go by the name of ED. For you smart and intelligent folks out there, that just simply means it. Until next time.